there everyone, this is me Malorian, and this is going to be another War Machine Battle Report, and another one that I do with Nemo3. This is a list I'm trying to really master. It is a powerful list, it's something I feel that I need to be good at, and one of the reasons I need to be good at it is that it's supposed to be something that's good against Retribution. Now, I'm up against Retribution. I'm up against my buddy Josh, really good player, and he is going to be running his Vyros2, and this is a version here with Helios. Now, ignore the battle engines on the side. Those are from his other Kalissa list, but yeah, this is a matchup I really want to test. Now, of course, I have to bear in mind that I'm playing up against a really strong player who knows this list very well, but here's my concern. I can shoot these robots and I can destroy these robots just like anything else. However, he has deceleration to take away part of the punch. The electro leaps aren't an enemy attack, and they're not a range attack or a magic attack. So deceleration won't be taking away the punch from the electro leaps, but that initial punch will be taken away. Another thing is that every single jack in here is a shield guard. So if he needs to save a jack by pulling it somewhere else, he can do that. As well, when Dynamo wants to shoot, he can go and shield guard and all of a sudden make it so that maybe I can't make a legal second shot and really take away the punch from Dynamo. So this is a matchup that I know that will be fairly difficult, but I just want to see how this one goes. I feel that I do still have a lot of power in this list, and I am honestly very interested to see the way that this is going to pan out. Now, at the same time, I feel that this is a scenario that won't really help me. Neither of us have any infantry, so we're not going to be scoring on the sides, or if anything, it'll be Vyros who will be able to feel safe enough to go to an edge of a circle and start scoring it. But really, all of our jacks and battle engines will just be trying to score in the very middle, and he's likely going to be very bunkered up and forcing his way to the center, and I'm going to have to give it to him. I'm going to have to allow him to get scenario points while I try and pick it apart. So let's see what happens. So on his first turn, you can see already the bunkers coming together. A lot of the Griffins are actually behind Helios right now, just again acting as those shield guards. Everything right now being careful to being out of my range. However, there is one I can get to. He has the one arc node that's on the left side, and if I energize her and then run Firefly up there, I can actually get in range. Also, he feels that he's pretty hidden around that forest. However, I do have range to get up there with one of my Storm Striders. So what I'm going to do is run up one of those Fireflies after it's energized and then blast it twice with that POW 17 then Storm Strider. And even though I might not take out that light jack, I should be able to do tons of damage to it, maybe take out its arc node, and even though that's not devastating, for a turn one play, it's not too bad. So that's what I do. I put the sidekick onto, Firefly number 4, and then Energizer, it runs up. I put Arcane Shield onto the Storm Strider on the left. I put Electrify onto the Storm Strider on the right. I put the Magnetic Hold or Force, whatever it is, on Nemo, so I can't be moved around with my battle group. And then I go up there, I see how many tokens I get, and I get 1. So, alright, I can't be boosting the hit, and I can only be boosting damage on 1, but that's okay. I only need 6 as the hit. I missed both shots, so that's unfortunate. This isn't a critical play, so I wasn't overly worried about that. It's not like this was what I needed to do to win the game, but it really would have helped to damage this jack significantly, especially because right now I'm starting to feel worried that maybe he can get up and something could get onto Jake's or something like that, and it would really hurt the game. Otherwise, everything's kind of hiding. I have Dynamo behind the forest there, and yeah, this is where it's going to show that I did a little bit of a stupid, because I'm totally hiding behind this forest, which he can just completely see through. Normally, when I've been playing Ret, I haven't really cared about having to hide things. And, I got my Thexus, and I just swarm them with dudes. It's weird that I have not been in this situation normally where this comes up, and it's just one of the things that Vyros2 does. So, this is a rookie mistake, but hopefully it doesn't cost me. So on his first turn, he comes in, and now he has some bad dice. So pretty much he comes up here with the little arc node, and it does a little combo slam thing, or whatever it's called. And actually, I mean, because of sidekick, I don't get pushed or knocked down or anything. But then he comes in here with Helios, and because of sidekick and me being defense 15, he has a lot of trouble hitting me, and after it's all said and done, I'm still left with one box in my movement, which is always the worst thing you want left on a high defense jack. So that's awesome. I mean, he wasn't going to score anyway, but it's just nice to have something there, and now I'm not forced to put anything else in the zone if I didn't want to. Otherwise, he did do a little bit of shooting from his manticores there onto my dynamo, did a little bit of damage, but really nothing overly significant. So it's not like I'm really paying the price for doing this. So now I'm in the spot where I need to start trying to do something. Now, I would love to focus everything on Helios and try and take it out, but that's honestly not going to happen. This guy here is super tough on his own and has so many shield guards. Every single other jack is in range to shield guard Helios. So it is completely useless for me to shoot him. And even if I think like, oh, well, at least I'm doing damage to some jack, the thing is that he did his little, whatever it's called, something field where it raises its defense. So I'm just going to have a harder time to hit something that's going to be shield guarded anyway. So what I decided I was going to do is actually focus on the heavies. Those two heavies there on the right, if I can get in there and really start damaging them, well, I'll be in a lot better spot down the road. So I'm going to be giving up some tabletop space and some board control, but I'm hoping to just slowly attrition things down. Now, I believe in the beginning here that I made a mistake because I didn't feat when I started shooting, but really when I really started getting into it, I was like, you know what? It's probably better that I held on to my feat because then I can be threatening Vyros. It's a lot like when I'm playing against Butcher 3, and if I want him to be playing honest, I need to hold on to that feat. I kind of felt that after I made my first mistake and started shooting with the first Stormstrider, that it actually wasn't that big a mistake. Otherwise, you know, I did run over one Firefly. I swapped over the sidekick. Jake's basically took off to stay alive for now. And then, yeah, those Stormstriders start shooting into the heavies there on the right, making sure to shoot the one on the furthest right to kind of make it so he doesn't really have many shield guards. And best yet, as I was starting to shoot at it with the Stormstriders, he was going and using those shield guards to try and protect it. And in doing so, that meant that Dynamo could come in after and close the deal. So I was able to take out one of the jacks there, so hooray. The other one is, you know, kind of damaged. Of course, there's a lot of other shots that got passed away, so some of those griffins in the back, they're damaged. But otherwise, yeah, I'm in this position now. Nemo, again, hiding behind the battle engines, which is, again, useless because he can still see me, but I feel fairly safe. A nice thing about facing Helios and being in a spot with here with Nemo3 is that his gunshots don't do damage and he can't move me. So it's all pretty happy. So in his turn, this is where he's going to start trying to consolidate his power in the middle there, killing off the two Fireflies and scoring in the center. So now is where things are going to start getting kind of tough. You can see that he still has this strong bunker going up in the middle and saying, hey, I'm going to score in this zone. What are you going to do about it? So at this point here, I need to start trying to whittle away at this, and I'm already down two Fireflies. I can get, of course, another Firefly to get a little bit more damage on these, but I'm just not seeing how I'm going to end up killing Helios, especially not before I lose by scenario. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do something that will make things a little bit tougher. I'm going to try and work on that last heavy. I'm going to have to dedicate something in there, and we're just going to have to see. At this point, I'm almost feeling like I don't have a chance. So that's basically what I do. Nemo is going to pop feet and start working his way to the right zone. I kind of wish I could have him closer, but I'm still pretty scared about all the things that could happen wrong here. I really need to get that zone to score a few points to stall scenario, Plus, since we're not using a death clock because all mine were being used on other tables, going to turn 7 and losing because he has more control points is a real big threat. So pop the feet, start shooting, and it's just so tough because everything's so jam-packed together, he's able to share this damage all around the place. I was really wanting to take out that other heavy on the right, and I just couldn't do it. You know, he was smarter with his shield guards this time, more careful. So I did a lot of damage to griffins, and I destroyed a griffin, and there's a lot of damage on the other ones right now, but still, that's really it. Meanwhile, I have Jakes, who has nothing left to live for, so it's starting to run towards Vyros at the back. The Reliant actually could have gone over and tried boosting a shot against him as well, but it really wouldn't have done much, and I would have been up there to die to Griffins, so I just kind of shot again against Helios. But yeah, this is my feet turn, and normally on a feet turn, I can take off multiple heavies, and all I did with my feet turn was take off a light, and to make sure that now he's not just going to come in and crush everything there on the right, I'm also needing to throw away a battle engine, which I'm hoping he's going to fail on for when he's trying to take it out. But yeah, oh, I should also say, on that one Jack, the heavy that's left alive, it's left alive on one box, and the Storm Strider that's in there to try and take it out missed both shots. So I've had a little bit of bad dice. Alright, so on his turn, he is really starting to really threaten me. He is going to easily smash that Storm Strider, so that's down. He is able to run up there and basically take out one Firefly while contesting Dynamo. On the left, he has his little Arc Node running over to just engage my Reliant. And yeah, he scores another point, goes to 2, and now it's obvious that this is just horrendously bad. You know, I really don't know what I'm going to do at this point to try and win via attrition or scenario. So I need to start going desperate and start looking at assassination. And I actually got a pretty good shot here because Vyros is standing there camping nothing. He has deceleration up, but I have Jakes who can go up and double boost 2 shots. I have a Reliant that can go up and can boost a shot in, double boost. And then I also have a Storm Strider that if it gets some pretty good dice and tokens, can also get some shots in. Maybe I can get another Electroleap or something too, but I can actually get a lot onto Vyros. So I think this is my turn that I wish I would have saved up my feet, but I didn't, and we're just gonna see if this comes together. So I get some damage done, not very much. I also don't, from all the stuff that's going on, can't get something else into the zone. So he is going to be scoring 1 and going to 3, but I'm also going to get into my zone and score 1. So it's now 3-1. So he's still only up by 2. Jakes goes up, double boosts her shots, and does some okay damage. The Reliant takes a free strike, double boosts the shots, and then also does some good damage. And the biggest thing here that sucked is that here I did some pretty good damage, brought him down to 7 boxes or 8 boxes, something like that. I move up with the Storm Strider, and it only gets 1 freaking token. So I need 9s to hit, and if I'm going to end this game now, I'm going to need to boost damage. So I go for those hard 9s, and I fail. So what can you do? That's it. And otherwise on the right, you know, I killed some Jacks, so that's something. Or by Jacks, I mean 1 Jack. But I really feel like that was kind of my best shot, and maybe he'll give me another opportunity, but I feel like that was the time I needed it to kind of go through. And to be fair, I did get some of big dice on Jakes, so whereas before I was kind of complaining about missing 6s and stuff like that, Jakes did kind of make this up this turn, but overall it just wasn't enough. So on his turn, he's going to be trying to play a little bit safe, but not as safe as I thought for sure. He has the 1 Arc Node that comes over and kills Jakes, so that's sad. Otherwise, he's able to come over with Helios and take out my other battle engine. That's sad. And otherwise, he stabs up Dynamo a bit, but isn't able to, you know, take him out. It's just some little stabs he's having there. But yeah, at this point here, he's going to score in the center. It's now 4-1. I am in a horrendous spot, but I have 1 more chance. So basically, this is what I can do. I can shoot the one little Arcanist that's by him with the Firefly. I'll be in the zone to contest, and it's going to arc onto Vyros to potentially do some damage. That's cool. Another thing I can do is Dynamo can't get anything onto Vyros, but he can get the hell out of my way so that Nemo3 can charge up and try and slam his heavy. Now, the heavy was set up to be exactly 3 inches away so that it would be a shield guard, meaning that if I can roll a 6, I can slam it into him and knock him down, which would make things a lot easier for the other side. It's depending on a 6, but hey, I'm going to use every tool I have. Meanwhile, he was very careful on the left, where he has a shield guard for the Reliant, and then also has the Junior outside of advance and shoot range. But if I knock down that Jack, even if I don't slam it into Vyros, when it's knocked down, it can't shield guard, and if Junior charges into his light there, the arc node, I'll be in range where I can actually shoot an arcane bolt into him. So I have things I can do, and we just got to see if I get lucky. So that's what I do. I go up there with the Firefly, it shoots, it arcs over, does a little bit of damage. Dynamo gets out of the way, does some stabby. Nemo charges in, connects with the slam, and as you see here, I rolled the 6. I was so happy, I was yelling. They're both knocked down, and that also did a little bit of plinking damage as well. So fantastic. Now I just need the rest to go. And pretty much the way this goes then is that now that things are knocked down, Reliant comes over, takes a free strike, shoots, does some damage, but the big thing is that I'm not getting the spikes now. My dice have really cooled, so it's all down the Junior. Junior charges in, sure, whatever, does like nothing on the charge, and then is able to do the arcane bolt, and I leave him on 1 box. Vyros is on 1 box. I was so close, but hey, what can I say? I did my best. So otherwise, on his turn, it is fairly easy just for him to come over here and do what he needs to do to kill Nemo. You know, he also sets it up so that he is going to score some more points as well. So he kills off Junior, so Reliant goes inert. Vyros goes into the zone, so he's going to score 2 more points. It's, you know, it's kind of just icing on top of the cake after he kills Nemo3, but there you go, he goes down. Now, one of the interesting things from this game is kind of twofold. One, I've heavily been using my list so far for Nemo3 to be looking at high attrition. Just, hey, I'm going to kill all your toys. However, now I'm starting to see the real potential for assassination. I knew that assassination was something that Nemo3 can easily do, but it wasn't a way I was really playing it. It wasn't a strategy I was using. Now I'm realizing that it has very real assassination potential, and I'm going to start looking into it a lot more. To this point, I was using assassination as a threat. I should start acting on those threats a lot more because, yeah, there's a lot of damage to be put out with this list. Now, another interesting thing about this game is that when I was talking to Josh after, I was feeling that this was a game in favor of retribution for all the reasons I stated at the start of the video. However, he was stating that he felt it was actually in favor of me, just because I had all the power. He can't drag around my battle engine with Helios. He can't drag around the battle group as well. So there's a lot of tools of his which are kind of useless in this matchup. And then I have a lot of firepower that can eventually, with all the Electroleaps and everything else, start just chewing through all of these lights. And once they're all gone, then, you know, it's just a simple matter of just focusing everything on Helios. It's either it dies or I get the assassination. So that was a very interesting conversation, right? Where one person feels it's in the one person's favor and the other person feels it's in the other person's favor. It's just neat seeing that double perspective. And I would love if, you know, Josh would be doing his own battle reports, hearing his words as he went through this. But yeah, there you go. There's a game. I would love to hear your thoughts on the way that this game went, who you feel it's in favor of, and just the idea of like this Nemo3 list being legit in both attrition and assassination. But, you know, as we see here, it definitely still can lose. So there you go, folks. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later. Bye. Hey there, if you liked watching this video, please go down and give it a like down below you here. And if you have any concerns or questions or comments, please put those in the comment section as well. You know, the best way for me to give you what you want to see is if you tell me what you like seeing and what you don't like seeing. So otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.